Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Higher Perspective, the podcast, where we give you our perspective on shit. And the plus one is weed. Our usual co host today is off on a family retreat. We have someone sitting in. This is
Misty.
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 Misty? Like mist.
Yep.
Okay.
With an IE.
Okay. With the IE.
Yes, Misty.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
I like it. This episode is going to be cryptic zoology, all that fun stuff. So let's get going. We're going to start with telling you what we are going to be smoking today. And
Yum, yum.
yeah, this is going to be a good one. You want to go ahead and light it up? I'll let everyone know what we're going down with here.
I have to be honest. I usually have a little roach. I'm not sure where I'm supposed to suck on this big boy.
I did it like light that one, light that end, let that burn for a minute.
You light and show me how.
Right.
I've never sucked anyone that fat before.
Read what we're smoking.
It's a sativa called Citrus Mistress number 77. It is 21.97% THC, CBD at 0.05%. It's packaged by Columbia Wholesale, tested by Kim History in 2023, and produced by Galana. I think that's all the detail.
Very nice. Thank you.
Okay.
I almost burnt my face up.
There you go.
That's pretty smooth. That's nice.
That's really nice.
Yeah, I got that from a place in Waldport called Mr. Nice Guy. Just like the movie. Fun.
These little minis for later. Those are also from Mr. Nice Guy.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I need to have you on here more often.
Ooh. I've got some fun stuff to roll for you. We'll do that another.
This is gonna be awesome.
Right.
So let's dive in.
Right.
Cryptic zoology. Let's start with, we're on the Pacific Northwest, so the big famous guy, Bigfoot. And I've never had an experience with Bigfoot myself. He's also referred to as Sasquatch, large, hairy, humanoid-like person inhabits the forest in North America. I've heard people look for him. I have heard people hunt for him, watch the shows. I'll admit it. My son would make me sit down and watch the Squatch Hunters all the time, and it's addicting. If somebody made you do coke all the time, you'd be doing coke all the time after, wouldn't you? Well, fuck yeah, you would. So anyway, that's that. So Bigfoot, like 6 to 9 feet tall, 300 pounds. That's a big thing. So anyway,
I think the mystery of it kind of grabs everyone. We know man came from prehistoric cavemen, and I think a lot of people wonder, are they a leftover group who are hiding out and scared the hell out of humans, which we can imagine is possible. In fact, my partner and I, we went to a salmon festival out in Eastern Oregon, Oxbow. He's native, and we were invited to join the chief circle that night. And the chiefs of the tribe talked about how they still had communications with the Sasquatch, that they knew they had nests. They basically slept in nests up in the foothills of some of the local area. They said they were very shy, but they did still have, with some members of the tribe, they had a relationship. I also had the opportunity traveling across country to stop at the Sasquatch Museum. That was in Georgia, and according to them, they had a big old pile of his poop. So that was fun.
I would say holy shit, but I'm just gonna say Sasquatch shit.
Hairy shit.
Harry. God. I wonder, do you think he ever has those times where like my dog would be taking a shit in the yard and all of a sudden he's like a magician because there's just a turd floating there. And you realize he's eating hair somewhere, and then there's a hair coming out of his asshole, hanging a turd by hair like a magic show. You ever think he goes through that?
Well, you see a dog start to circle and roll around on the ground, and I guess I could see Sasquatch doing that, doing a 360 trying to reach his asshole. But
Well, he would have thumbs. I don't know if he'd
that's
have to do a
true, but he's a
360.
big dude. His ass might block it, you know. His arms might not be as proportioned, you know. They
Touche.
were kind of different shaped bodies back in
Touche.
the old days.
Yeah.
So,
Do you think, like my little dog, he's taken a shit before, and that hair has had that turd hanging, and it wobbled around, scared the hell out of him. Starts running, that turd's flying everywhere, slapping his ass back and forth like somebody helicoptering for his old lady. So I wonder if the Sasquatch would it scare the hell out of him?
well, I saw a really drunk person doing something very similar to that too. They were very confused about uh, what was hitting them in the toilet, but I think they figured it out eventually.
I always figured he'd carry a pickle jar. That's just me.
Apparently, he collected his shit. He was in the museum.
Do you think he has something going with the guy? So he's like, hey, I need food. I need water. Give me some blankets and clothes for my family. I give you our piles of shit. You make money.
You know, I wouldn't disagree that that would be a possibility, except I give them credit. I think they do a better job of surviving than we would, and they don't need our help. But you know,
Oh, huh?
I think humans are we're pretty
Yeah,
helpless. Is the word I'm looking for.
after all this time, I just like the Sasquatch be like, hey man, look, I'm living out here in the cold. It's fucking cold out here, man. I got a family, man. Help me out. Help brother out. I'll give you my shit. You sell it, you get a bunch of money for that shit. You just give me some clothes, bro.
It seems like a fair trade. Absolutely, probably get the better end of the deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they make a lot of money at that museum, so you know, their shit's valuable.
Do you
So
think Bigfoot has part of the forest that's like a hood? Like he's like, hey, little Bigfoot, don't go over in that part of the forest. It's a fucking hood.
I wouldn't be surprised because you know we all like to group ourselves into who's better than who, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
see it with my chickens all the time. There's the one that told them fuck off and sit in the corner. We're not talking to you.
Yeah.
So you know, assuming there's a large enough population of them left, then why not?
Yeah. Nice. I like it a lot.
A lot, a lot.
Cool, cool. Uh, there's so many of them. We're not going to cover up, obviously, absolutely everyone.
It seems to be a pretty blurry line too between what's cryptic and what's mythology and
Right.
legend.
Right. So we are going to absolutely do another show with mythology. I'm already starting to get high, so you're going to have to excuse the tongue and the mouth, lips working together. Uh, would you like to announce the next one?
Are we talking about the psilocybins and no, I'm looking at the wrong page.
Bukele Mobembe.
Oh, I'm not
Bukele
interested.
Mobembe.
You crazy man! I told you who have to say that. I have no fucking clue.
I wanted to talk about Bukele Mobembe
Telling me to say
because
that
it's
shit.
something I've heard about when I was a kid.
Okay,
Since a kid.
that's why you can say it.
Oh yeah. I mean,
I might even try.
although
Welcome up, Bende.
when I heard it, it was on Saturday Night Live, and the guy's all, Mokele Mobembe, the bucket man lives. The bucket man lives. And I didn't have no clue. I had no clue what he's saying. He's talking about, but it stuck with me. Mokele Mobembe.
What's the bucket man? No,
No clue.
no clue. Funny how things stick with you for no real apparent reason.
Right? Fucking Mokele Mobembe.
Sounds African.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't have fucking
Oh, wait.
clue, but
Hold
it
on.
sounds like it.
Mokele Mobembe is a mythical water-dwelling entity that is believed to exist in the Congo River. The Congo. Brr. Wow, the mics work good.
All right.
It's quadruped. I always pictured it looking like a brontosaurus, but smaller. Just saying.
Okay, so it's reptilian.
Ooh, is it reptilian? Would it have to have scales?
Not necessarily.
Large quadrupedal herbivore with smooth skin, a long neck, and a single tooth or horn. Ah, sounds like a stupid animal, doesn't it?
Not as stupid as the frogman.
Yeah, right? The Loveland frogman? Yeah. That is
Yeah.
the dumbest shit I've seen in a long time.
Oh, excuse me.
I don't need
my
that
ass
finger.
off. I saw one of those kicking in the
You think drugs had anything to do with any of this stuff?
Well, makes it more fun. Well, absolutely. I mean, there's lots of history of psilocybins, mushrooms, ayahuasca,
Peyote.
peyote, ecstatic trance, drumming, that all
Yeah.
are things that have caused people to open up and see things. Now, is that reaching into imagination, or is that allowing us to perceive something that is really in front of us? You know? So
Kind of like opening up the third part of your mind that you don't use, kind of thing, or
absolutely, and like in shamanism, they use that to speak to their spirit animals and get great wisdom that actually affects their life. You hear a lot of stories about warnings or things that you need to really pay attention to when you're listening, conversing with your spirit animals, for example. And I studied a bit of shamanism for a while, and that's a really interesting topic. Um, I don't know how much you want to get into it, but um, I don't know if that would be considered crypto because it's more on a spiritual side than a physical creature.
All right. Well, that just gives me a great idea for another episode. That's awesome. Okay.
Of course, the people involved with that would say they are real. They have even physical, energetic properties.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And how about you? Where do you think that falls in with the substances?
I do. I do. It does make me think of the Native American peyote trips and, finding your spirit animal and whatnot. If I had to put something together, that would be it. I don't know. I don't know about, sometimes you see these ghosts hunting shows, and the guy has got spiked hair and his shirt's tucked in front of his pants, right where his belt is, but it's hanging out everywhere else, and he's got chains and bracelets on, and is just the biggest douchebag. So it's kind of hard for me to get behind some of this stuff and not think everybody is just fucking nuts. I don't think everyone's nuts.
No.
I believe there's aliens, UFOs. It'd be crazy to think there's not some kind of life somewhere.
Just a matter if they got here.
Right. Or if they're like, we're staying away from that planet, you know?
Ooh-wee.
Yeah. So I believe there's some stuff out there. I think I don't know. I think the uh, drugs definitely help connect.
Mhm.
Whether you're connecting with the spirit animal, or maybe you have something in your mind you're not connecting with, and that opens that door.
Absolutely. I I took mushrooms when I was in Amsterdam in college, and we started indoors in our hostel that we were staying in, and it was really hopeful. Felt like I was being compressed. But then we went outside, and everything was just so light and open and beautiful, and a lot of the plants and things had a glow. You could just see the life in them. So that that to me, would be an expression of this. I would love to try ayahuasca.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be um, direct connection connection to Gaia and, and, and through the earth. So I think that's something. You can go to Peru is one place, and they'll do vision quests, and you can take ayahuasca with someone who's an expert to guide you through it. Maybe one day.
That'd be amazing.
Mm-hmm.
My buddy came to visit me from Florida, a British guy, and he had these gummies. Him, uh, a friend of ours came together, and they went up and came back with these gummies one day, and they were like blue raspberry flavored, and he's like, "Eat two of these." Oh, fuck. Gummies. I could eat the whole pack. I'll eat two. So I'm chewing. I'm like, wow, these are really good. You don't even taste the THC. He goes, oh, they're not marijuana gummies. They're mushroom gummies.
Oops.
But the mushroom gummy, the mushroom, it wasn't psycho. It wasn't psilocybin. It was like lion's mane,
Mm.
shiki, all these other mushrooms. But it did have a psychotropic or neurotropic effect.
Those are medicinal mushrooms. I've actually been told to use the lion's mane for my epilepsy.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I have it in my shakes for my pancreatitis. Yep. It is good stuff. Um, but yeah, these two gummies I took, and our friend took three. He took two. I took two. Our friend took three. When you read the back of the pack, it says one is microdosing, and four is hero mode. And two, I will tell you, two was like taking mushrooms without getting any kind of stomach discomfort. Um, no stomach discomfort, no coming down from anything, and it only lasted like 2 hours. It was great.
Where did you get that?
It's some place up in uh, Depot Bay.
Show me. Yeah. Cool.
It's, you know, this is some creep up on you, slap your ass and bend you over, get you ready for the cock meat sandwich kind of weed. I'm uh, I'm feeling it.
Mm. Well, I could tell you another drug, um, cryptic kind of interaction. Actually, it was a girl I knew in Boston.
Wasn't?
And I lived outside Boston for 2.5 years, and I did a lot of ecstasy at that point in my life. And the girl, we went over to somebody's house, and she had taken ecstasy and Special K. If anyone's not familiar, that's a tranquilizer for horses, I believe. And totally freaked out, locked herself in a bedroom and crawled into the closet and was saying how all these crazy creatures were calling on her in front of her, and a lot of them were things that would have been probably considered cryptic and things. And that was, she still swore to, well, the last time I knew her, that it was real. So that was, I don't know if that was crazy or if something happened to her body chemistry or what, but she, as an example of drug induced experience.
Sounds fun.
No, that one did not sound fun. The police came and everything.
Sounds fun because I didn't have to experience it. I'll be honest with you. Okay. Right? That's what I'm talking about. So I have one for you.
All right.
If you're trapped in the woods, you're walking along, would you rather come face to face with a mountain lion or Bigfoot? And take me through your process.
Well, I don't like to think that Bigfoot would be malevolent. So my first response is Bigfoot. But given that I don't know that, my second thought was, well, which one do I think I'd have a better chance against?
Right.
So I guess squaring off between Bigfoot and a mountain lion, I think I'd stand a better chance with the mountain lion. But I might risk it and say Bigfoot and hope for the best.
You know, I really feel like I would take my chances with the mountain lion, and because I've always heard, make yourself big, be loud, you can scare them, they're scared too, you know. And I don't know if, like, you know, what if Bigfoot's love language is, and he's like, oh, you want to fuck? And then it's like, you just went to prison. You're in prison now. You're Bigfoot's hoe, you know. I would take my chances with getting my belly cut open. I've seen Leonardo DiCaprio get killed almost by a bear and come back and hunt the dude down. So fuck that.
You'd rather get mauled by a mountain lion than be Bigfoot's bitch.
You were gonna say butt fuck by Bigfoot.
No. I had to pause because I was.
You were gonna say butt fuck by Bigfoot.
I was wondering what was going on in that mind.
Everyone agrees. Everyone agrees. Yeah. Oh yeah. See, everyone thinks it's so funny. So funny.
I wonder who's made more people laugh so far. Gotta give you some shit. All right. Well, you asked me your would you rather. And he told me, you know, ask would you rather blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really consider keeping it cryptic. It just, my mind went somewhere else. So anyway, trying to find two horrible things that you have to choose between, which was my thought. Would you rather wipe a stranger's ass after they've taken a shit and you only have one square of toilet paper? Okay. Or, same stranger, would you rather remove a scab off their body with your teeth?
So, I got a couple different answers.
Let's hear your thought process.
I'd say yes to the one square of toilet paper if I knew the person hadn't eaten Mexican or Chinese for the day. You know what I mean? Because then, really,
how about Indian?
No, I can't do that. No weird diet. Like, no.
That's just, an Indian guy.
It's got to come out. It's got to come out tapered and drop away from that hole. Like, I want you to hold your ass cheeks apart because I don't want to go down there. I'm using one square of toilet paper, just one. So,
what if I tell you you don't have any say in how they shit?
Well,
It's not diarrhea, I'll tell you that.
Well, I would probably pick the scab off of somebody if it was my good friend
Nope,
Samuel.
stranger.
A stranger? Sam is strange. A strange motherfucker.
Yeah, you sound like you're looking forward to doing that. Is that a
He
fetish?
reminds me of was it Bob Kennedy, the old guy who got charged with raping some girl on a beach, and it was like, how can he rape her when he can't even fucking get it up to get it in a hole and just fucking. But
all right, this went somewhere even more twisted than I was taking it.
I'm pretty high. Let's douche, no douche. It's time for douche or no douche. Shower. Take a shower. Yeah. Jayden, was that you? Sorry. Anyway. Douche or no douche?
That's a douche dance?
Yeah.
Oh, kind of sounded fun.
We're doing Bigfoot.
Okay.
Bigfoot is our douche or no douche. So we're gonna give some. No, you don't.
Rock, paper, scissors. Who said goes first? Is what I was going to say,
Oh,
but I
go
just
ahead.
ended up
If you have something
myself.
If you have something to say, go ahead. You think he's a douche or not a douche?
Oh, not douche.
Why?
Because, man, he's kicking it out there, doing his thing, enjoying nature. And we fucking hardly know about him. He's out there, man. He's smooth. Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's handling life for sure.
He could stay hidden from how many billion people are on this planet?
I love the shirts that say hide and seek champion of the world. It's Bigfoot, the old walking thing. In our episode about movies, I think it was, we talked about that picture of Bigfoot that's all fuzzy, that historic picture of walking.
Yeah.
And Lounge Ranger 69, who has emailed some more questions, he said, hey, wouldn't it be great if somebody made a movie that the Millennium Falcon crashed on Earth, Han Solo was dead, and that was Chewie in the woods, and somebody got a picture of him?
Why not?
I will watch the movie. You could. It wouldn't be called, not Peanut Butter Falcon. That's been used, but I don't know. Falcon has landed. I don't know. I thought it was funny. We did get an email from. You okay?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm laughing.
Lounge Ranger 69, and he asked, does cryptids include Santa Claus, the Tooth Fairy, leprechauns, D.B. Cooper, and calm chihuahuas? I have a calm chihuahua, and I can say no. There's no such thing as a calm chihuahua. They do not qualify. No. So anyway, moving on. Let's
keep this going. All right.
Let's slip into a. So the douche or no douche. We now have to pick a Cards Against Humanity card for Bigfoot, and this would be what he represents. It's his Cards Against Humanity card. Do you want to pick it?
You do it first, because I'm not 100%
We only pick one. We only pick one.
Okay. Do I look at it?
Yep. We're gonna. What does it say?
Hot brown piss.
Well, you know what? It kind of works. Sasquatch. Maybe he has hot brown piss.
Sounds reasonable.
All right. I like it. I like it. That's a good one right there. We're gonna go into a topic I don't know how you feel about, but we'll see in a minute. Vampires versus werewolves.
Okay.
The lifelong epic struggle with vampires versus werewolves.
Okay. Like, which would you rather date?
Well, who would win? What would you rather be? Okay. Why? Yeah, we could get into like what you think is a better fuck, whatever you want to do. We could talk about whatever these fucking nasty beasts are.
All right, let me think which of those appeals. I
Who do you
think
think would win against a vampire or a werewolf?
vampire's gonna win. I mean, it moves so fast, suck blood.
Yeah, you know,
Have to.
I like seeing the movies where the werewolf is a big standing werewolf on two legs and blah blah blah. But the vampires can do so much, do so much.
A werewolf would just be like, duh, while the vampire had already sucked him dry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I think a vampire would win myself. What would you rather be?
Werewolf. Yeah.
Even if it was the kind where when you turn into a werewolf, you're just a no-brain, vicious, killing animal.
Um,
So
your question is, do I have to kill humans?
you don't. You're you're a werewolf. You're not a lichen. Would you rather be a vampire or a lichen? A lichen is like turns into a big werewolf, but
Kills people?
knows what's going on,
Okay.
can think and do things. Like
Mhm.
you're you, but now you're a big hulking werewolf. That's a lichen. There's a difference between them.
Well, if I just lost my mind and started killing humans once a month, then I'd be a vampire. I know.
Oh, if you, what did you just say?
If I was going to turn into a werewolf once a month
Okay,
and just go on a rampage killing people, I'd rather be a vampire because
oh
at least,
God,
hopefully,
I
I'd
was
have
gonna
to
say
kill less people to survive.
I have known those women. I've known them. Woo! Anyway,
Would you rather find one fucking asshole, suck him dry, and live, than know you have no idea you could go run out and kill a bunch of kids?
oh yeah, definitely,
Well, there you go, vampire.
definitely a vampire. Although, if you could have like a cell, lock yourself up once a month, you'd have.
That's true if you can and survive.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to do it. With a vampire, I think you could, hoard wealth, hoard shit. I think you'd be able to live longer as a vampire than a werewolf.
Dude, maybe that's what happened to Epstein. You know, vampires like,
Yep.
I'm gonna suck down that fucking.
Hey, fuck this guy.
Yeah. I'm sure it wasn't anything nefarious, hidden by the government or anything like that.
Someone sucked him dry. Ooh, that was not good.
Like,
Scratch what I just said. Not good.
oh, that's so horrible and sad.
I know. I don't.
It really is, but part of me wants to laugh.
No, sorry. Wait. No. Nope. Yeah, I had it. That one. That's a no-no.
Yeah.
Nope.
No, I agree. Can't go there.
Okay. Sorry.
You're a bad boy.
Sometimes it happens, huh? Game changer. Which do you think is a better lay? Vampire or werewolf?
Okay, well, they all have their own kind of fun experience, probably. I probably.
This is going to say a lot about you right now.
Okay.
No,
you know what would be really kind of fun, right? Is with a vampire, you do it in front of a mirror, okay? And have it so the vampire's facing, the mirror. You could have two mirrors, probably. You could see both sides. And when you won't be able to see them, you will look like they're having this crazy masturbation, right? Up against the wall with your legs around them, getting pounded in the air.
That would be amazing.
Right?
Yeah. So if you're, big difference if you're in front of that mirror with a vampire and I'm in front of that mirror with a vampire, because I look like I'm dancing around with a heart on. You're floating, and everything in you is open.
Would your vagina disappear if the stick was inside of you?
No, but you'd be swinging around with it open, just looking at people. You know what I mean? Right?
Right? You had a really big cock. That
If nobody knew, they'd be like, that chick, that dancer has a huge pussy. There's fucking fall inside there. That's a good one. That's good to think about. God, the guy.
I like the bend over and get the ass one. That's a funny one to watch.
You'd be waiting for him to poop.
And all of a sudden, there's just a dick that appears out of nowhere. That's just shit covered thing.
I don't know why it makes me think of Ghostbusters and Dan Aykroyd.
Which part?
When he's in bed, he's dreaming about the ghost blowing him.
Oh, God.
Yeah, he's sick. No, that's not what I wanted.
You're calling him sick? I heard that Epstein joke. Fuck off.
I didn't even mean that. I mean, I didn't even think of that.
You're subconsciously fucked up.
I think it would be amazing if I did, though. I mean, if I was able to pull that out of my ass intentionally.
Like Epstein.
Shit. Get a little. You're fine.
That won't be the first time
You
I
did
lit
not catch
myself
on fire
with a joint. I actually fit my
And that's when
mat
my
on
co-host
a couple
burst
days
into
ago.
flames.
All right.
Yeah, good times. Good times. You know what?
What?
It's
Oh, I
time
didn't
for-
hear. Wait.
Whoa, yo, shoot.
You never told us who you'd fuck.
Oh,
Vampire
yeah.
or werewolf.
So, if I'm fucking the werewolf, do I get to be a werewolf as well?
That is a great question.
'Cause I
That
don't-
would make all the difference. Two werewolves, that would be
I don't know enough.
dangerous.
I don't know enough on my end. I'm just gonna say, if a guy can fuck a dog,
Doesn't mean you have to be gay. You could have a female werewolf too.
I didn't say anything about that.
Okay. You say fucking like a dog, I think.
So it's already down on all fours. I figured that's why it's called doggy style.
I need to dig myself out. Can you edit that out, please, my mom?
Yeah, I can. I can give it my best.
Okay. Thank you.
Just keep smoking. Anyway, so
you know what? She wants to watch this with me. So please.
I'll just try to beep it. Or I'll make you wear a Lucha Libre mask, so at least she doesn't know it's you.
Yeah, Mommy, you should watch this. This is really funny. You lived in Boston. You did accent. Oh my God, I shouldn't tell my mom I was on the show.
Okay, so
yeah,
I'm thinking if
I was going to answer the door too when the cops came. Mom, if you want to be even more proud of me. I tried to lie to them, but they were like, "You're a terrible liar."
What's in that joint?
Yeah, I probably should share it. It's something slime. I'll give it to you before you post it. It's from also from Mr. Nice Guy in Walport. It's getting rough. Yeah, that one's got to go up.
There is.
There's another
Tobacco
one,
in that. No?
There is. That's a slip. Oh, I didn't warn you. I asked you if it was okay. I'm sorry. I smoke slip.
There was no warning.
Sorry, I didn't.
I'll be back in a minute.
When I first started smoking of any quantity, I was in England and they always smoked split there, so
yeah,
I'm kind of used to it that way.
Oh, days. I can
You
smoke them.
Huh?
I can smoke them.
Okay.
It's just a little warning because I hit that thing pretty hard.
Oh, I'm
It
so
affected
sorry,
me.
audience, that he hit that really hard.
It affected me inside.
Oh, sorry, baby.
Oh,
Oh,
oh my
okay.
gosh. So I would probably go for the vampire. And if I couldn't be a werewolf or a vampire, I just had to be me. I'd probably go for the vampire in hopes that I could like give it to her good enough that she'd be like, "Let me just turn you into a vampire instead of fucking killing you." Because I would assume I'm getting black widowed. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I mean, you can't be like this and not get used before you're killed.
But
So,
what if the werewolf can turn you to a werewolf? So that's your option as well.
do I get turned into a werewolf by boning it, or
They just give you a light nip instead of ripping you to shreds. You get their mutated genes or something.
since you're talking about an intelligent werewolf, because I really think that would be the way to go. If you could be a werewolf
And
who
control
is
yourself.
conscious,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'd do that rather than a vampire. Because I really like the nightlife, but I like the daylight, you know?
You have to like sleep in a crypt and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Well,
Yep.
that one would go back to the earlier question: werewolf or
Vampire. Vampire. Well, no. No, no. Werewolf. Not in that case, a werewolf. I'd grin and bear it. You know, I've seen those dogs Chinese leg wrestling before. No problem.
the
Hopefully,
tissue.
hopefully it's a big werewolf at least.
The peanut gallery is making
You got
gestures.
Sam break on through the other side.
Give me some tissue. I'll tell you to do that. Keep yourself busy.
Oh, Jesus Christ. There's tissue.
Oh,
Oh,
I don't think I have any in there. Oh,
magic.
thank you, my dear.
Uh, so, we got something fun coming up called
Sandwich.
Strong Words from a Bird is a little segment we do. We have a calendar with a bunch of different birds on it and some pretty strong sayings. So we have one today. It is I don't know to what the fuck this bird is. But you saw it. Great balls of shit is what this bird says. Great balls of shit. I like it. I like it because it ties in to the balls of shit that Bigfoot was selling to feed his family.
There you go.
That down and out motherfucker came up with a brilliant way to side hustle. He should really go on Shark Tank with that. He could sell that shit at the airports, every fucking truck stop, every gas station.
Just a little
Bigfoot.
smear of it.
Yeah. Are you talking about a lip balm now?
I'm just saying you can make it go a long way, right? I
Yeah.
just have a little card with a little smear and maybe put some plastic over the top of it or something. And like, you know, how many of those can you sell? And who wants to just be like, yo, this is that's
Dude, that could be the downfall of the Bigfoot people, actually. Because then it's like slavery. Then that Bigfoot wants more money. So he has his kids and his wife shitting 5, 6, 7 times more a day than usual. Now they're getting fucked up. So now he's like, hey, we need to have more kids. Gets them working. Now they're messed up. Their diets are fucked up. He's getting shit any way he can. Literally getting shit to
imagine
sell.
what they're feeding them.
Right.
That's
Right.
that's pretty sad.
Yeah, I hope that isn't really happening.
Well, hopefully they'll just keep it in the museum.
I hope so. Yeah, I think so.
Wouldn't want it floating around, floating
I
around.
see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was a floater joke. Turds are funny. I love turds.
Yeah.
I'd love to do a whole episode on farts and turds. I think it'd be funny as shit.
I clean chicken coops every day. It's a lot of fun.
You don't eat it, do you?
Hmm?
I've heard to dry that stuff out, it's like the toasted marshmallows in Lucky Charms.
I could dry you some. You should tell me how it tastes.
I don't eat sugar. Sorry. Thank you, though. Let's move on.
I could put
So,
stevia or honey.
a little honey. That might be all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
if
right.
you can make me some, I'll bring them in the office, put them out in the room
Don't
for
tell
the
anybody.
guys. See how they like them.
Huh?
Those motherfuckers.
All right. I'll try to get some that don't have straw in it. That might give it away.
No. Straw is fine. Yeah. Don't waste your time with these fucking people. So we're gonna hit another little topic now.
Oh wait! I have to tell you my word. Bird word of the day or something.
Yeah, you came with your.
I was prepared. I heard I saw on his show that this was coming. So
Strong words from a bird.
yeah. So I actually have chipkins, as you heard.
Yes.
And we have a rooster. We have one who's a real pervert, and we have one who's thinks he's a. I'll tell you. I could tell you that why another time if you want. But
No, it just.
you want? Okay. So then we have the other one who's absolutely in love with one of the hens. He's a young rooster just finding his way, and every time you go near her, if you're in the chicken run, he'll puff up, start to put his wings out, and will go. I'm not doing it right. It's terrible chicken impression. Ow. So I did it way better when I was sober. Okay. But basically, it so sounds like he's saying you, ow, but in a very cute chicken voice.
I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that you brought strong words from a bird to a whole nother fucking level today because you used strong words from an actual fucking bird. That just makes my day.
They talk to you, absolutely.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, I'll start
Mischievous
writing them
little
down
bastards.
for you.
Yeah. Tell them I said hi next time.
Yeah.
So, fuck, Mary, kill. You ready?
All right.
We got Medusa. We have a female giant and a mermaid.
Okay. All right.
You want
I'm
me to
gonna
go first?
definitely say I'd fuck Medusa because you got the head to make out with, right? She's kind of cute apparently, and she's a goddess and tempted people to look at her or whatever. So she's good. She's pretty. She's good there. Um, women know keeping your eyes is often helps you do your thing better in any way. So you're not going to have to get turned into stone. Just kind of keep your eyes shut. And with all that going on all around her, she's got all these extra things that she can use to pleasure you in the experience. I'm quite sure. So you can make out.
She has like she has like nipple clamps, like a belly button clamp. Like she can really do some shit.
I didn't know that.
Well, all those snakes, right?
Well,
got all,
maybe I'm envisioning her wrong, but I just kind of thought of, some toothless, reptilian, slidey, tender mouths. So, pressing your breast, and sucking out your nipples, penetrating you, licking your clitoris.
Yeah.
Anal penetration.
Probably all at the same time.
Same time. Can you imagine?
So I think what I like to think about in this scenario you just laid out is the Uma Thurman Medusa from Percy Jackson. Because if we're gonna talk about Uma Thurman in that role there, I'll be right back. We're gonna take a 5-minute station break, and no, I'm just kidding.
I think he knows his answer.
Yeah, I think that's a good one right there.
I don't know it very well, but I found the snakes really creepy. I don't know. I guess I have my own Medusa
They're
fantasy.
they're they're creepy. I'm
Yeah,
not a snake
no,
guy.
I don't find that attractive.
So you'd kill the mermaid?
Um, well, mermaids kind of have a bad reputation, I guess. You know, they call the ship in to crash, and I did like the Little Mermaid, but
Is a siren and a mermaid the same thing?
depends on what mythology you're looking at.
Because I was going with the first thought of the siren, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought I would, I would, let's see, I would fuck Medusa, kill the mermaid, and marry the female giant. And my thought was the mermaid. That's like half a fish right there. That's half of a big fish. That's food. You could feed the village. You know, at your wedding. What are you gonna feed people? You're having fish,
If you're gonna
motherfuckers.
marry the giant, you really need a
You
big
need a lot of
meal.
fish.
Yeah.
Good point. But now, when you say the Little Mermaid, I'm like, well, if it was that kind of deal, you could have your wife on land and be like, hey, we're a little broke. We need some cash. Can you dive in that ocean? Go find some treasure. You know what I mean? And then, of course, because she's a mermaid, you could get in the water. She'd give you a little action, a little tongue action.
Little blow.
Yep.
Little blow fish.
The blow of life, really.
Mm.
And then you can breathe underwater.
Oh,
So, I'd like to think of the mermaid as the Little Mermaid type of mermaid.
wasn't she like 16 pervert?
I said the Little Mermaid type of mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm 16 at that time.
Oh yeah, and you're a female mermaid too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not
What are your
denying the
pronouns?
pervert part, but I'm not a fucking yeah, I think that's
So with female giant, what does that leave with her?
what
Because you had to marry, kill, or fuck.
I'd kill. I'd kill the mermaid, fuck Medusa, and marry the female giant.
Why'd you marry the giant?
Because I think at least you could have a somewhat normal life in the way that it's not a cyclops, it's just a giant. You know what I mean? So I plug my nose, she grabs my ankles, pounds one out with me once in a while, whatever we need to do, you know. I can fucking, you know, you're hitting that clit every night, maybe, you know, to a waterfall. You never know what's going to happen.
Dude,
But
your kids would rule the NBA.
no shit. If you could get them in there, fuck yeah. You're right.
Almost 8 feet.
That'd be badass.
You know, a giant would probably be pretty athletic, I would think.
That or the MMA. Next
Yeah.
WWE superstar.
Any running, jumping events. Yeah.
Right. Those events where, and we're going to do a sports episode soon, so I probably shouldn't, but those events where they fucking slap each other. Seen that one? Where you stand face to face and the people are all, you know, bam! Some people will knock other people right out. It's the stupidest shit you've ever seen in your life.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, some people, they have people to catch you, mouth guards, all kinds of stuff, but it's just the dumbest looking sport I've ever seen. Anyway, so we're getting close to the end of the episode. I have one last question for you.
Oh.
If you were a cryptid, what would you be like?
Can I be a happy unicorn?
God damn it. Yeah. It's kind of like you're prancing around in there because I've been just waiting on unicorn. Wait and say unicorn. Wait and say unicorn. But
I don't know though. That kind of gives the wrong idea about my politics.
no, don't let everything else don't let it ruin a unicorn for you.
Okay.
I don't let it ruin it for me. Unicorn. That's not right for the unicorn. Anyway, there we are. Oh, everyone had a good time. Everyone's clapping. Wonderful. So that wraps up another episode of A Higher Perspective, the podcast. Thanks for riding with us once again. If you had a good time, remember to like, share, subscribe, tell everyone about us, let everyone know we're here, and you can find us on all streaming platforms. Remember, it's one long run-on word. It's been fun. If you have something you want us to hear, want us to talk about, or a video, just kind of makes you look funky going on, send it in to a higher perspective the podcast at gmail.com. I want to thank Misty for being here. Such a good time.
Thanks, everyone. And remember, you're never too high to give your perspective.